Today I'm going to show you how to make DIY SFX from home. So you'll need maple syrup or golden syrup, red food colouring, blue food colouring, green food colouring, strawberry jelly powder, water, tongue depressors, teaspoons, plastic containers. You'll need a deep bowl, you'll need petroleum jelly and plain flour, icing sugar, a small container with a jar or lid, spatulas, and first I'm going to show you how to make scar wax. So you'll need the petroleum jelly and plain flour for this. I take about 3 scoops of petroleum jelly and put it just on the side of the bowl. Then afterwards I get my plain flour and I put enough plain flour just to cover the jelly, petroleum jelly, and then just see how that goes with that. And then I will go in and I'll start stirring it. At first it's quite stiff, so you just need to keep working it, and then hopefully after a while it will just form a nice sort of paste. If it's too crumbly, then you've got too much plain flour in it, so you need more petroleum jelly in it. If it's too sticky, then you need more plain flour in it. It's just all about trial and error. So this is the sort of consistency you want, all smooth, so that when you put it on the skin it's not crumbly and also it doesn't stick too much. Then I'm going to show you how to make the actual blood. So you need icing sugar, water, food colouring, and you can use cocoa powder as well, which is optional. So I cover about 1/4 of my jar in icing sugar, then I add half of that of water and I just shake it all together. After that I check it and just to see the consistency. You want a sort of gloopy consistency, but you can always add more water or more icing sugar. Then I go in with about 2 teaspoons of red food colouring, and then I'll give it a stir just to see what that's like. This one's quite orangey, so I ended up adding a bit more food colouring into it anyway. Then I go in with blue food colouring, literally just a drop. And then I go in with green food colouring as well, the same drop, just to make this a bit darker. And then I add my cocoa powder in, just give that a little stir. And then I shook it up after adding a bit more red food colouring. As you can see, the colour is a little bit more red and just a lot more lifelike. So this is just me testing it out on the back of my hand, just to show you the consistency and the colour. This one's going to be a lot more runny, just because this is like made for the stage and stuff. This is for like a fresh wound. There you go, that's the sort of consistency you want from it. There you go, that's the colour, nice deep red as well. And then I'm going to show you how to make coagulated blood. So you need maple syrup or golden syrup, water, food colouring and jelly or gelatin powder. So I start by mixing in the maple syrup, and then I added about 80 millilitres of this, and then I added in water, and then you half water what you've done in maple syrup, so I added in 40 millilitres of water. Then I just mix that all together just so it's all properly combined. There we go, giving that a nice mix. Then I'm going to go in and add my red food colouring. Again, I added about 2 teaspoons of this one, and then just gave it a nice mix. Again, it's gone quite a deep colour this time because of the maple syrup. Then I'm adding in just a drop of blue food colouring this time, no green. I add about 2 teaspoons of this because this one's going to be a lot deeper. Then I go in, I added strawberry jelly powder to mine. I added basically the whole packet of this. So once I added all of that, I mixed it all together, just so it's all combined. Then once it's all mixed together, I put it in the microwave for about a minute. And then when it gets out, all the sides are going to be all hard and sticky. But then once it all dries, this will give you the coagulated blood. See, this is what it looked like when it came out of the microwave. Obviously it's going to be really hot, so be careful. And then what I do with this is I heat up in the microwave when I want to use it again. So as you can see, this is a lot more set and stuff. This gives you the perfect texture. But yeah, so you can store this anywhere you want, and then just when you use it, just put it in the microwave for literally 10 seconds. And then I'm going to show you all these combined DIYs. So first I go in with my scar wax. I'm just going to go down. I'm just going to do a simple cut, even though it's not on the right place on the hand. I just really wanted to show you what sort of simple effects you can create with these. So I just used all different materials and stuff. Used a small spatula to get the sides all down and get that line in the middle. You want to obviously get it as flat to the skin and as feathered out as possible to make it look realistic. So I just went in using my fingers just to warm up the Vaseline a bit as well. Then after this I made a little cut inside using red and brown. Then I start laying on my skin colour as well, just make it look like a little bit more realistic. Then I define the cut again, and then I go in and just add a bit more brown, just to make the wound look deeper. And then I'm going in with some red to make it look inflamed, although this won't matter too much because I'm actually going to add in the blood that we made. So that's me adding in the coagulated blood, but this wasn't quite set yet. So I went in and added the theatrical blood instead with my brush, and I thought it looked better just adding it in with the brush. Obviously this is meant to look like a fresh cut. And there we go, that's it done. I hope you can follow along and make your own from home. It's really easy. Thanks for watching.